Georgia ready for some more?
Come on, Georgia.
No, Miss Clark. She was small. Yeah, she was real tiny. She was an excellent. She was an English though.
Speaking of Miss White,
I think
she had a test for us to do, and Art West and I had to sit out in the hall because Dave Bingo wasn't ready for the test, and we got her off track. And when she realized it, she sent us to the hall, and Mr. Book came down the hall. He said, "What are you sitting out here for?" I said, "I don't know. She sent me out here. I don't know why I'm here." And so by the time I got home from school, I learned why I was out in the hall. So that's my story.
Donna, ready to pick it up? I think we've drained any more high school stories. Donna's going to take it from here. Here.
Well, now we are moving forward into time, and we want to learn just a little bit about your lives after high school. And I hope our memories are just as good about that period of time as it was back in 1955. Zita told me a very interesting story earlier, and I would like for her to stand up, Zita, and tell us the story. Yeah, it's cute, really.
It's not so cute.
It is.
But is it on?
That might be
No, I was telling, I couldn't think of things that, you know, when we were married, not first married, it was our third child, and we decided that we needed a little trip away because I was, I think, about 8 months pregnant, and so we decided to go to Niagara Falls. Anyway, my husband was loading the car and with the suitcases and all, and we dropped off the other two children. And so we made it to Niagara Falls, but we didn't have advance reservations. There was a convention there, and we had made the reservation. So we stopped, Sam, I call him Sam, he's Alex. Anyway, we stopped he stopped at the beach hotel and no room at the inn. So I said, well, gee, if I go in and they see I'm pregnant, I mean, they'll give me a room right away. Which was true. The next place we stopped, we had this room, and I said, great. I said, okay, let's get the luggage. He said, don't get mad. I don't know whether any of you or of the husbands ever heard that. Don't get mad or said that to your wife when you knew there was something next. Well, lo and behold, maternity clothes aren't that exciting by the 8th month. And he said, Zita, don't get mad, but I think I forgot the luggage. So that was my Niagara Falls. So, you know, we started off, we got a room, but the next day I needed to go shopping for what you didn't want to shop for, maternity clothes.
Yeah.
That was my story.
That wasn't me, that was Sam.
Thank you, Zita. When she was telling me the story, I thought,
Gracie.
where is this leading?
Gracie.
It sounded like the story of Mary riding the donkey into Nazareth. So there was no room at the inn for her. So I would like to know from you people, have any of you ever met anybody that's famous? It could be a sports person, a politician, a movie star, anybody that was famous. Okay.
I was in New York visiting my wife. Cassius Clay was well known. Still Cassius Clay, Muhammad Ali. But he was giving autographs right on the sidewalk here in downtown New York. And I didn't really do them. I just stood there for a little bit, but I did give autographs. But anyhow, I would say
somebody
But he was
famous.
there, good.
Sherry, did you raise your hand?
I can probably talk louder than the microphone. Actually, I'm Art's daughter, and this is my 40th high school reunion. And the president of my graduating class was Jim Jordan, House Representative.
Oh, very good. Well, has anybody else met anybody famous? I met the mayor of Newcastle once.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to know where in the world you have been. Just speak up, please, where you have traveled in the world. Okay, I've been to, oh, okay.
I want to back up a little bit to
I'm
famous
sorry?
people. Could I have your microphone?
Yes.
I want to back up to that the last conversation about famous people. And anyhow, at any rate, we was over at Ponderosa Park. I've been a musician for many, many years. Worked for the railroad many years. And I had a friend of mine who was playing over Ponderosa at the time. Dolly Parton was there. And he asked me, he says, hey, Nick, you want to meet Dolly Parton? I said, I really would like to do that. So he says to me, well, come backstage. And she was working for Porter Wagner at the time, and he was another Nashville star at the time. But anyhow, went back there, and he says to me, Mickey, he says, I'd like you to meet Dolly Parton. And she was all smiles and giggling and everything else. And I started shaking hands with her because I just didn't want to hug her, you know. But anyhow, I was shaking hands with her, and everybody knows how top heavy she is. And she was going like this here, and I was holding on to her hand like I was pumping water. And I was shaking it. She was going up and down, up and down. And my buddy was standing behind me, you know, and I knew he was there. And he said, hey, Nick, there's Porter. And Porter was about 6'4". He's looking down at me, giving me these hard looks. I said, still don't let go of her hand, you know. And I said, better let go. But that's a true story there, and yes. Of course, I met quite a few celebrities after that, too. I didn't shake their hands that long ago.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay, is anyone else?
Donna? Hello. Here.
Oh,
As most of you know, like some of you, I get my trip reports and stuff like that. Traveling is my #1 hobby. Love to travel. Been all over the world, all 7 continents. Spent 2 weeks camping out on horseback in the outback of Australia. Been river cruise from St. Petersburg to Moscow. And did a safari in South Africa, amongst many others. Let me tell you about the safari in South Africa. We're out one day, and we're in this area that has sort of bamboo brush. And we thought there were some warthogs down there. So I volunteered to go see if I could chase out some warthogs. So I'm going down through the brush, go to the side, and all of a sudden, I came face to face with a lion. Ladies and gentlemen, I shit my pants.
Dad, I would have done the same.
Oh no, not then, just now when I went, That's it for the day for me.
what happened then? So, does anybody else have a where in the world I've been story? A lot of us, or some of us, have been on cruises and the Caribbean, Alaska. But nobody's speaking up, and I know you've done some traveling. And that's okay. So my last question is, Has anybody here, I know Art has, served in the U.S. military? If you have, would you please raise your hand and tell us what branch you were in and where you served? Dave?
I was in